Your global campaign just launched. But wait, the logo's cropped, the colors are off, and did legal clear that image? When teams create without guardrails, mistakes slip through. But not with Adobe Express, the quick and easy app to create on-brand content. Brand kits and lock templates make following design guidelines a no-brainer for HR, sales, and marketing teams. And commercially safe AI powered by Firefly lets them create confidently, so your brand always shows up polished, protected, and consistent everywhere. Learn more at adobe.com/go/express.
Welcome to Witchcraft.
'Cause it's Witchcraft.
I'm Emily.
I'm Kate.
And we're your co-hosts of this, the Witchcraft podcast.
That's right. We're your learning, growing, ever-evolving novice witches here to explore everything under the woo-woo, esoteric, spiritual umbrella.
And such a big, strong umbrella it is, too.
Yes. Very reinforced. Very sturdy.
Yeah. And speaking of sturdy umbrellas of magic, today we're talking about protection. Protection.
Yes.
Don't forget to use
magic.
protection.
What is it? Give your gloves some love? No, I don't know. Wrap it.
No glove, no love.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's something about wrapping too, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah. But protection's important because if you are in America, that right might be taken away. We are recording this now after the election. The previous episodes were recorded before.
Yeah, so now here we are in the future with everyone else.
Yeah, we're here with you.
Smells weird.
It
smells weird here in the future.
Like sad hot dog water.
Truly.
God, yeah, I wonder, can our listeners tell, has our energy shifted?
Has the vibe changed?
It's totally different now. No, I mean, well, yes. Look, first of all, can we also say, today, the day we're recording, which is Tuesday the 19th, again, more time travel, Pluto officially moved into Aquarius for the next 19 years. So
wow.
It will no longer be in Capricorn for the rest of our lifetimes. So whatever you and I, whatever the collective...
Guess it's going to be the age of Aquarius.
It is the age of Aquarius. We are finally here. And whatever the collective us has gone through since 2008 till now, I think it's a good time to reflect on that as we move forward into this new span of 20 years.
Man, 2008 felt pretty good. Is that bad?
Well, no. I mean,
don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
every era is a new era. I release the old.
There's ups and downs. I'm not a fan of judging whole years as one entity personally, because I try to remember that there's always, good and bad with within every year. But wow, truly an end of an era. And you and I really came of age. We became adults.
It's true. Maybe that's what I'm feeling. I was just I was thinking about Obama
years.
Getting elected and how hopeful everything felt in 2008.
Yeah. Although that was his first term, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought that was his second term. Oh wow.
No.
All the 2000s just kind of blur together for me.
Oh yeah. Well, the last few years in particular have sort of I don't know, collapsed in on themselves is the best way I would describe it.
Yeah, like a dying star. Well, I don't know if this is a good thing to bring up, but I have to tell you about the saddest thing that I watched today. Because this is where I'm at. I love to watch some YouTube videos while I eat my lunch at my desk, even though I work from home. It's just a little ritual that I continue over from my office days. And I watched John Oliver speak about the election. They have the whole episode up on YouTube. That is wonderful, and he's amazing, and I cried in a good way, in a way that I think he both makes you laugh and addresses the severity and the weight of the situation, while also instilling some hope and motivation to get to work. And I love that. That's not what I wanted to talk about. Somehow my feed was watch this tape from Regis and Kelly from 9/11/2001 while they discover in real time what happens to World Trade Center. I was like, yes, rub the salt on the wound. I watched it. It was awful. It was terrible. It brought all of it back. I don't know why I did that to myself. I suppose. Yeah. Wow. It just, I guess I just wanted to go there today.
What? Okay, why Regis and Kelly?
I don't know. That's what was like. That's what popped up on my page. It was like, the algorithm was like, you might like this.
Hey, remember another time you were pretty sad about America?
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what the point of that is. It's just that, looking back, I guess, again, it's been, 23 years since 9/11?
Oh my God.
It's just crazy how much... Huh? What?
Nothing. 3 years.
Yeah, I know. It's, so we'll get through this next 20 years is, I guess, what my point is.
Yeah, maybe Green Day will come out with another album. That could fix me.
That could save our souls for sure.
Yeah.
That could bring America together, I think.
Would be nice.
But anyway, protection magic is what we wanted to talk about because
Sorry, there's something about the juxtaposition of talking about 9/11 and the election and then being sorry. But you could get a protection crystal. Feels a little.
I know. We're not trying. I'm not trying to be trite about it.
No.
There's just nothing else to say.
I think we can agree it's all been said.
Yeah. Maybe future Emily should cut that. I don't know. No, okay, wait. So let's have a moment of just real brief sincerity.
For the people who died at 9/11.
Oh my God. No. I was going to say sincerity about this moment in time. Yeah. But yeah, we can have a moment of silence. Look.
Should I keep any of this?
I don't know. It's such a mess, but it's also kind of amazing. There's a lot of despairing going on. I think a lot of us to focus on the now. We don't need to go into 9/11 today. To focus on the now, I think a lot of people are feeling despair, feeling scared, feeling outrage, dread, all appropriate emotions. Anything that you feel coming out of the election, regardless if you are in America or not, because I know a lot of people who are, international are feeling a lot of anxiety about it because as we know, America is unfortunately a superpower and affects a lot of countries. I think you and I both have been doing a lot of processing, talking, about it. I've been doing a lot of reading different articles, watching a lot of videos, and I don't think we can say anything better than what a lot of the professional, political educators out there. I purposely did not say pundits, so I would maybe not doom watch, the pundits too much for your mental health. Just a suggestion that I've taken for myself. But what I guess I'll say is, God, this feels so who am I even to say anything? But we see you and we hear you and we're with you. And I personally am not ready to stop fighting. And I've been fighting and I'm going to keep fighting as much as I can for every group of people that are at risk and continue to be at risk. And I'm not going to give up. And it's okay to feel everything that we're feeling and take the time that we need to process those feelings too. But I hope look, like John Oliver said, that Mr. Rogers said, you look to the helpers. But he was also telling children that, and as adults, we can be those helpers. And there's a lot of really great things that happened on a local level, on a state level. In this election, we had our first trans representative voted to the House. We had a lot of LGBTQ plus people of color voted to local, city councils, state legislatures. there was a lot of progress made in typically red states that, you know, codified or passed protections for abortion laws. So all hope is not lost. And I'm not letting them win, personally. That's where I'm at right now.
Beautifully said.
They don't get my fear.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I've been thinking about a lot is just that, like, people who have been for peace and people who have been for equal rights and all those things have very rarely been on the side of being in power in this country and have still gotten a lot done. Yeah, there's more we can do. There's farther to go, but, like, you know, it's not a position we've never been in before collectively, and, like, you know, you just gotta keep fighting for what you believe in.
Yeah, absolutely. And building community is a really great way to do that. Reaching out to your neighbors, reaching out to the people you live near, reaching out to your fellow witchy community, your fellow queer community, if that's how you identify, whatever. There's strength in numbers and there's strength in community. And I feel like you and I just recently had a really unique experience to transition a bit to our tarot readings that we've been doing, which I wasn't expecting, honestly, to be so emotionally fulfilling for me as it was. But I felt like it was filling my cup, if that made sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a bit about that? Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kate and I recently did 2 separate events of, like, tarot reading at a bedding and, like, home goods pop-up called Bed Shore, which was very cool, and thank you to them for having us on. One was like a private event for influencers, and one was a public event, which we put on our Instagram, but we're sorry we didn't tell you about sooner. There may be an event coming in December, which would be possibly a few days after this episode comes out. So if you're in the New York area and you want a free tarot reading from us, we may or may not have that available for you.
Yeah, keep following our Instagram. We'll definitely be better about posting about these ahead of time.
Yeah. If there's anything to post, and if not, maybe we'll do something else like it in the future. You know, something a little fun. But yeah, it was really cool. I think the first day we each did something like 25 or 26 tarot readings.
I lost track. It was nonstop. A line through the store for us. It was, we just, you know, I don't know about you, but I just wanted to be able to see everyone and give everyone a chance. And it was just really, it was grueling physically, just like on our poor old bodies.
Yeah, I know.
Elder millennial bodies.
Like, the photo you posted of me, I was like, oh, that's why my back hurt the next day. Because I'm literally sitting like a shrimp trying to talk to people because of the beach chair I was in.
They had very cute, like the stuff they have there is super cute and adorable. I'm definitely going to go.
I would gladly own any of those.
Oh my
things.
God, so soft,
but I probably
so
wouldn't do tarot
cozy.
readings in them.
But yeah, the chairs,
the lounger.
The lounge chairs, the director chair that I had, like, they're not really made for old biddies with bad backs to sit in for 3 hours reading tarot.
But we had a blast, and it was really cool to do. And it was also, at least for me, it was sort of like it forced me to take the training wheels off of my tarot reading, where like I feel like most of the readings I've done up until now have been very like for friends, for myself, something where maybe I can even like write it down and like think about it for 20 minutes before I send it to someone, or like I could make a little voice memo, but like after I've already done it with like a photo.
Right.
And this was like, no, we're really doing this now. So I did also 20-ish readings for some of my friends.
Wow, you did 20 practice ones with your friends. That's a lot.
So I have now read easily over 50 people's tarot cards.
You're a full-ass pro,
wild.
Girl. Yeah.
And I did it in the last month. So like...
that's a lot.
Yeah, that was it's been an interesting month. But speaking of filling your cup, that has been a great experience. And especially doing the ones for... friends, just because like to have scheduled after that election roughly 15 to 30 minute calls with a bunch of different friends that most of whom are in other places that I don't get to see, and a few of whom I got to see in person here and do.
Oh, nice.
It was really like a great way to deal with that, to just like talk to all my different favorite people and like hear what they're thinking and what they're going through, or like what they're life is like right now and how they're dealing with the election stuff, but also just like, you know, they're things that they're excited about and like what's their life like in terms of like people I don't get to see that much. And then the people I see all the time just like commiserating. But still, it was really fun.
That's great. Yeah, that's so wow. I can't believe you did 20. I did like I think I did just under over 10 practice before.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to connect with friends in that way. And if I don't want to say this in and sound elitist or egotistical or whatever, but it does feel a little bit like a gift. You know, and I don't mean like I'm gifted, but to be able to hold space for others and listen to them, and then be able to interpret what the card, you know, again, it's not us, the cards are giving us whatever, but be able to interpret what the cards are giving us and then pass that along to them. You know, like I kept thinking about what Emily Groh has said, what so many of our past guests have talked about, being straws. Laura's talked about that, being a conduit, being just a catalyst, and just letting that pass through me and say, okay, well, here's what I'm getting. This is what I see. This is what the cards are saying. And they get to walk away feeling, you know, however they feel about it. But most of the time it's some sort of closure or positivity or like, you know, confirmation of what they're already thinking or feeling. You know, it's really an incredible thing to see from both like friends and for strangers. Like it very much is like, wow, we're just all meatbags on this flying rock. You know.
Truly.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a theme of like my conversations in the last month is like, we're all just meatbags doing our best, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so we chose protection. To back to the point, we chose protection spells.
A short 23 minutes into the episode, we're talking about protection magic.
Yes, because I think when I feel completely beside myself emotionally, my Capricorn moon is like, well, let's do something about it. You know, like let's figure out where this feeling's coming from, and then let's do some action towards it to feel better. And I think witchcraft and spirituality and magic is like one way that I feel empowered. And I feel like even if I can't physically do anything right now other than like sign petitions and donate and, you know, call my senators, you know, magic is a really powerful way, I think, to have some sense of agency in a powerless world. So
yeah, totally.
And so there's a lot to be protective of and feel protected for, and you might feel like you need some protection. So Emily, I know you researched elements
of protection.
Like tell me, this is like crystals, herbs.
I've got colors for you. I've got protection herbs for the kitchen, protection herbs you can find in alcohol. Some additional herbs that some of which you can put in your mouth, but I haven't tried it, and some of which are definitely poisonous and like do a Google. But like there's like magic only herbs, and then like a kitchen herb section.
Gotcha.
I've got your incenses and I got your stones.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's a lot. You did a lot. And then I have a bunch of protection spells. So why don't you dive in first? Let's go through all of these. Yeah.
Because these are your tools, right? These are your tools for your protection spells. So let's start with color. Big picture. Colors, you know, they sort of apply across the spectrum when you're using spells. Like if you don't have like specifically tourmaline or whatever, you know, maybe you look for something else that's like black, something else that's so which brings me to, let's just talk about the colors, Emily. Okay, so protection has two key colors. We have white and we have blue, and they have different vibes, right? White is like purification, cleansing, clarity. It's like a bright light of illumination and protection, right? It's like, you know, that light coming out and protecting the house, like from your heart out to the house. Blue is like wisdom, relaxation, peace, trust, and like a dome of cozy protection. But then you've got your supporting colors for protection magic, which have like slightly different vibes, right? So we've got black, which is more like banishing, release, karma, binding, absorbing. We've got brown for grounding, stability, and harmony. We've got silver for like awareness, purification, and intuition. It's more like a purification protection vibe. And then we've got green, which is like earth, harmony, peace, luck. So that's more of like a balance protection or like bring me the luck. Like, which you might want to use like in conjunction with the other colors. Purple was not officially listed in the like guides I was looking at, but appeared a bunch because it's like a lot of the stones are purple. And it's a very magical color. It's a very powerful color. So I say, why not count purple as a supporting protection color too.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we've got our protection herbs. Now for our kitchen witches, there's some of these you already have in your house. Actually, I think I have almost all of these in my house already. So bay leaves can be very protective. Cumin can be used for protection, which I thought was very interesting.
Cumin.
Yeah, dill leaves, fennel, lavender, marjoram, mint, mustard, parsley, rosemary, and sage are like kitchen options.
Nice.
Which I think you
Simon
could do
and
a lot of
Garfunkel
interesting
knew.
things with. Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I had no idea that all of those were protective. That's great.
Yeah, and some of those I got from your book that you sent me the pages from. And then some from like a kitchen witch resource I found online that I've already forgotten the name of, but it seemed I was like, yeah, this all adds up to me.
Yeah. My book Emily's talking about is called The Grimoire for the Green Witch by Anne Moura, Moura, FYI.
Yes. Yeah. So those are protection herbs that you can use in the kitchen or you can use in spell work. There's also, like I said, there's some that like I was like, I've never bought this, but like there are people who do it as supplements or things that you eat it in my second section. But I also want to take a quick little pause first to talk about the drink options, which are juniper and wormwood. So those you could use in presumably cooking or spell work also, but juniper is one of the key ingredients in gin and wormwood is the key ingredient in absinthe. So if you wanted to like shake it up a little, do like an absinthe rinse on your drink or something. Like,
Love that.
You could call in, like especially if you have if you're someone who likes a grounding drink in your practice, instead of wine, maybe we have a little gin tonic, maybe we have a little like absinthe rinsed like Sazerac or something.
That sounds delicious.
So I thought that was kind of fun. And then let's talk about the additional herbs, which required a little more Googling for me. These I feel like we know what dill leaves are. We don't need to talk about it, right? Like, do we? No.
Yeah. Dill's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and like lavender is like a general, like pretty much good for most spell work. But I think any sort of like vibey herb you could make an argument for here. But this is also why I said like purple shows up a lot. Also lavender and also some of these flowers. So we have betony, aka bishop's wort, which is a purple flowering plant native to Europe, Western Asia, and Northern Africa. No, I don't have any other notes about that, but just now you know what it is. Birch, like the tree, cedar, also tree, burdock, which is, you probably know it as like, it kind of looks like a thistle, and it's got those little spiny balls that stick to your pants. Yes. And I noticed that there was a little pattern of like plants that make little balls that are spiny and things like that.
Spiny ball plants.
It wasn't officially on the list, but I feel like a cactus could be used for protection.
Yeah, that seems very protective.
Yeah, it might not be as traditional, but I think the vibe is right, and sometimes it's just about like, because you can echo what you see in nature. Mm-hmm. One that I thought was interesting that was from that book again, The Grimoire for Green Witches, was dianthus, which is a whole family of flowers that includes carnations, as well as flowers that I think are more common in Europe called pink and sweet William. But carnations are everywhere. You can buy carnations at like your grocery store. So
yeah, the bodega. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. They're like the $10 bodega flowers. So that's very
They're 10
handy.
now? Oh god.
And also like I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Inflation.
And also I was like, dianthus, that sounds so interesting. And then I Googled it. I was like, oh, it's carnations. Okay, great. Easy.
Yeah. Just a fancy word for another
So
thing.
yeah, the witch resources also listed fern, and I was like, just fern? Like, so I did a little Googling, and yes, broadly when it says fern, you could use a bunch of different ferns, but there's a specific kind of fern called shield fern that people use in their gardens that I think would be great for this, not just because of the name, but because they help keep garden beds from eroding, and they, as well as many other ferns, have existed on the planet for a really long time, so they've obviously done a good job protecting themselves.
Nice.
Next up, we have mugwort. Mugwort is actually like the big species that contains wormwood. So again, absinthe.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, well, I was like, Emily, just like learn what mugwort is. And now I did. So there's like the European common mugwort, and then there's also Chinese mugwort. And then there's one called Artemisia princeps, which I think doesn't have like a English name. Or no, it's Japanese mugwort or Korean wormwood. But the like yomogi in Japanese and suk in Korean, but it's like just eaten regularly in like, you can get like yomogi muffins in Japan, according to the Google I did.
I was going to say, Koreans eat a lot of burdock root, too. I think Japan does as well, yeah.
Nice. Cool. Good to know. Because I was like, can I eat it? That's always my number one question. It's like,
I don't know if it's the same burdock root as, like, that burdock, but burdock root I know is a very popular
A lot of these
ingredient.
have, like, big families where it's like,
right.
There's not just, like, one mugwort, for example.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, 50. Right. So, you know, before
right.
you put anything in your mouth, do a little Google unless you really know.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah.
Be safe.
That's my advice. Mullein. I Googled and immediately forgot everything about. Do you remember anything about mullein?
Oh, yes. Okay, because I know mullein because our friend Rachel, the Green Witch, gave me a mullein torch.
That's right.
And it's those big rod, like, you know, plants, and then you, like, dip them in a bunch of wax and stuff, and then they, like, spark and, like, you know, when you light them, they're
right.
Like a big
now I remember
firecracker.
that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, mullein, guys. Get yourself a mullein stick. That would be good for protection. I could see, like, the sparks. Rue, aka herb of grace. A lot of these are sort of like ground cover plants that are common in gardens. Some are more common in Europe than they are in the US and Canada. Which I mean, you know, some of them I'm like, oh yes, I know this one, and some it's like I've never actually seen that in person, but like I believe in it.
I believe it exists.
St. John's wort. So St. John's wort is like very well known, obviously. It is used in some medications and can be used as a supplement. It can even be used to treat mild depression and menopause. The only thing with it is that it interacts negatively with a bunch of drugs, so you have to proceed with caution if you're thinking about putting it in your body. Yeah, that's definitely a talk to your doctor one. But yeah, great protection. And like, again, any of these you can totally use in spell work without eating.
Right. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to imbibe them.
Yeah, vervain. Vervain is one that I've seen on a lot of spells, and I didn't realize it was the same thing as what? Verbena, like lemon verbena.
No way, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. It has a bunch of possible positive effects, including like anti-tumor and like mind protection stuff in certain forms of it. Again, you know, don't put anything into your body without being sure, but like lemon verbena I feel like shows up in all sorts of things, so that's great. That's very easy to find. And what else? White heather, which is like heather, like the, you know, oh, the moss and the heather or whatever. But so specifically white heather is the one I saw listed for protection magic, and when I went Googling for it, what I found was varieties that grow either in the Arctic or in like subalpine areas. So if you happen to be someone who lives like at the base of a mountain, you'd be able to find it. Otherwise, you might have to go to your local witch store. But it is literally like heather, like that covers the bog.
The bog.
Whatever.
If you are a bog witch who lives at the base of the mountain, please message us. I would love to meet you.
Call us. We'd love to come over. Woodruff, aka sweet woodruff, native to much of Europe plus Siberia, Turkey, Iran, China, and Japan. Not as common in the US and Canada. But is another one that makes pointy little fruits, or in this case, or pointy little thingies, and in this case, they're pointy little fruits. It smells sweet, and it used to be very common in candy in parts of Europe, and is still now available in some booze. I think both in Germany. But there were some signs it might be toxic when they tested it on mice and rats, even though they haven't found that in humans. So it's mostly not used now, and they use like artificial flavoring instead. Kind of interesting. Yeah. All right, and then for incenses. All right, so those are your herbs. Sorry.
Yes.
Fan on the herbs.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say one thing. First of all, love this list. And they don't have to use all of these, right? They can use things that are more readily available and closer to them.
All the things that you could possibly use. Choose two,
yeah.
mustard and rosemary. Like,
Easy.
make a lovely lamb marinade.
And a lot. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Lamb. We have a few witch stores on our Etsy. We have a few witch stores Etsy's accounts on our witchy resources page on our website at witchcastpodcast.com. So, I've gotten a lot of herbs from witchy or esoteric stores. I can't honestly guarantee if they were like ethically sourced, quite honestly, but a lot of these individual small business purveyors are pretty great. And so I feel good vibes about them. And then also, totally. If you have the means and are able to grow your own garden, like I started this year, I have lavender, I have basil, I have lemon verbena, lemon balm. Unknowingly, I was picking plants that like are anti-mosquito. A lot of these were on Emily's list, and I was like, "Oh, I have these already in my home."
They protect you also from mosquitoes.
Exactly. So, I have an unlimited supply of herbs to use in magic from that. So, grow your own if you can.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, this is just like a list of all the possible things you could use and I wanted to like demystify a few of these because I feel like if I just hear like mugwort and betony, I'm like, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that means, and I don't know where to find it.
I'm so glad you did, because I totally just am like, oh, yeah, vervain, whatever. And I never, like, think about what it actually is or means or where it's from. And I feel like, that's like responsible witching.
Yeah, and it's also like if one of these is already available to you and you see, like, a different one in a spell, you can swap it. Like, right. If you're using Llewellyn or something, and you're like, right. This calls for woodruff. I don't have woodruff, but, like, I happen to live at the base of a mountain.
I'm a bog
I can go get white heather. Go get that white heather. Or, go get your gin. Just, like, sprinkle some juniper holy water around, so to speak.
It's perfect.
Okay. Incenses. So, this list came directly from your grimoire. Helpfully. And I'm just going to tell you what they are. So, the incenses that are best for protection spells are any one of bayberry, dragon's blood, frankincense, jasmine, patchouli, rosemary, and woodruff. Woodruff we already talked about. Dragon's blood is the only one that I was like, what's dragon's blood? And here's the answer. It's a red resin from sap of certain trees, or from the sap of certain trees that comes out like red.
Oh, no way. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Again, that's an ingredient I just buy all the time, and I'm like, dragon's blood.
Yeah.
I'm such an irresponsible consumer.
No, listen. I mean, the reason that I said I wanted to do, elements or, tools for this one is because I never do this. And, I don't even know, some of the crystals that are on my desk, I don't know what they are. I realized in doing this that one of my crystals that I've had for a really long time is snowflake obsidian. And I probably knew that at one point, but it had been gone from my mind. And then I was Googling stuff and I was like, oh, there it is. Oh, good to know.
Oh. That's great. Love it.
But yeah. So this has been a real treat. Last section, stones. We've got our stones. Again, lots of stone options here. I sort of culled from the Grimoire for Green Witches and from around the web. I looked at different spells on Llewellyn, and I also just did some light Googling. I'll tell you a little bit about the stones that I didn't recognize, and then most of the actual uses came from the Grimoire that I have. Amethyst is well known across the world protection one. It was supposed to protect the ancient Romans from a hangover if you had purple amethyst, because it was supposed to absorb the wine for you. But lots and lots of cultures have been amethyst, take my bad, protect me.
Nice.
So that's an easy one. Bloodstone or heliotrope is basically a dark quartz or chalcedony, which is something that co-occurs with quartz with red jasper in it, so it looks like it's got little flecks of red in a dark stone. Very rad. Citrine, I think we know that's sort of more of an orangey one, right?
Yeah, it's it's it can be yellow to orange. It's usually really clear. There's a lot of fake citrine that looks like it's actually heat treated amethyst. That's very dark orange. I know this because I'm on the crystal subreddit, and every day someone's like, "Is this real citrine?" And the answer is almost always no. It's not real citrine, because real citrine is quite expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a longish list, and part of that reason, or part of the reason for that, is that some of these are if you're made out of money, you can do that.
Right.
Coral is supposed to specifically be able to be used to protect your health or protect against injuries. Diamonds are very protective, but also, what are you, Daddy Warbucks? Jade is less protection and more like cleansing, but it's like, it's in the family. So again, it's like, depending on the kind of protection that you want to do, you can use different stones, different colors, like sort of imbue it with a different energy by sort of thinking about your colors and thinking about, the elements of those, like the different plants and stuff like that, to sort of like echo what you want to do. So where was I? Okay, red jasper. Red jasper is supposed to return bad energy to sender, specifically.
Love that.
Which
I
think
love
is kind
red
of fun.
jasper.
Yeah. Jet is another protection one. That is fossilized pine wood. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, neat.
I was just
right?
like, pretty black stone. Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
Kunzite, which is a light purple gemstone, is good for purification.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
Larimar, which is a bright blue or like turquoise-ish stone, is supposed to transmute negative energies. So it's like its protection more like it like takes negative energy and turns it around. Malachite is like a red swirly green stone that's good for protection. Black obsidian is protection and banishing. Green obsidian is protection of wealth or like earthly goods.
I didn't even know there was green obsidian.
The internet says yeah.
I
I've
believe
never
it.
met one, but snowflake obsidian, which is the one that I was surprised to see, is supposed to deflect negative energy also. But instead of like, it doesn't transmute it, it doesn't send it back, it like deflects it, it just like bounces it off.
Nice.
Smoky quartz, which is the quartz that's more like sort of like grayish purplish, is for protection and to purify energy. Rubies can protect your health and wealth. Again, if you're Elon Musk.
I was gonna say Scrooge McDuck, but yeah.
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck, that's a better one. I'm sorry I said his name out loud.
How dare you call him
Like,
into
I'll have
this?
summoned him like Grilla.
I know, God. Good callback.
Oh, she's in Red One, the movie that just came out with The Rock
No
and
way,
J.K. Simmons.
really?
How J.K. Simmons is like a buff Santa who
Yes.
gets kidnapped.
With Lucy
The
Liu.
villain in it is Grilla.
No way. Okay, now
I
I
was
kinda
like,
want to see it.
Grilla!
That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll like it, but I really enjoyed that movie.
You
It
saw
was
it?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
I
on
saw
streaming,
it.
right? It's not in theaters. I can.
No, I went to.
Oh, you
saw
went
it
to
in
theater. You saw it in theaters.
Yes.
Oh, Emily, I love you.
Was it a good movie? No. Did I love every minute of it? Pretty close. Krampus is there. They really give you everything you could want.
All the folk tales. Okay, great.
Where were we? Oh, sardonyx. I had never heard of this before. This one is from the Green Witch Grimoire, but then I googled it. It's swirly like malachite, but it's like an orangish brownish with like some cream streaks.
Yes,
And
I know sardonyx
specifically,
from. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go on. No, you finish.
No, you go. You go first.
I was just gonna say from Steven Universe,
No.
which you still need to watch. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I know. I watched the first like 2 episodes and then something distracted me.
The first season is different. You have to get through the first season and then it gets real. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You were gonna say about
First
sardonyx.
show. Okay, so for sardonyx, the specific instruction is to use it to draw your troubles and then toss the stone into the sea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
Fascinating.
Anyway. Then we've got Storolite, aka Fairy Cross. So this has been used throughout time as like a protection thing because it's like a very freaky stone. I don't know if you've seen it, but like if you were a Christian, you'd be like, oh, because it naturally forms in an X, like in a cross.
Wow.
Like inside of a rock. So it's like there's the rock that is like outside of it, and then there's like this like 2 streaks in like perfect X-ish shape. So great for protection, whether you believe in Jesus Christ or just the power of a big X. But yeah, it's actually I'm gonna butcher this, a nesosilicate mineral that naturally occurs in cross shapes or cruciform, and it's made of aluminum, zinc, magnesium, and iron.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
That
your
sounds
last
awesome.
right? You should look up a picture of it if you haven't seen it, because it is sort of like, what?
Ooh,
that
let's post a
occurs
photo
naturally?
on our Instagram.
Yeah. Totally. Check out
What's it called
at
again?
Witchcast Podcast. Fairy Cross or Storolite.
Yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
No, please. And then the very last stone, and my last little part of this episode, you know her. You love her. It's Tourmaline.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What? And that is my list of your options for things you could use to do some protection magic. Or just, maybe put on your desk and be like, protected.
Nice. I like literally all I ever thought of when it came to tools or elements is like black candles and tourmaline and obsidian. Like that's like I was like, yeah, this is protective. Like that's But I didn't. It's so expansive. There's so much.
So many
and there's
options,
so many different ways
things
to protect.
Yeah, well, that's what I ended up thinking about is like, I mean, even if you wanted to, if something else was calling you, I feel like you could justify a lot of different things and be like, this is the kind of protection I'm looking for in this moment. Like if like, or this is, because like you could cleanse, you could like manifest good things, you could like, it's interesting. It's an interesting wide world. But yeah, broadly, those are the things that I learned today.
That's fascinating. Thanks, Em. Good job. Snaps for Emily.
Yeah.
So let me go over some spells. So how you can take these elements and then put them into play.
Yes.
So I pulled up a ton from Llewellyn, and there's a couple like poppet satchel ideas from that grimoire for the Green Witch book as well. But I'm not going to spend too much time on all of them because there's just a lot. So I think there's some really fun ways to use your environment that these spells inspired me. Like there's an acorn protection spell where because right now my yard is covered in acorns. If you don't live in an area of acorns, you can use a local seed. But the idea is to bless and charge 4 seeds and then place them in 4, on the 4 sides of your house. And you channel the mighty oak if it's an acorn. And to protect your home and this place safe from harm. For those of you who live in the city, that's not necessarily something that you can do. But for us suburbanites,
I wonder how my landlord would feel if I planted 4 giant oaks around our house.
Yeah, that was the other thought I had too. I was like, what if they actually seeded? I do not want 4 oaks growing on either side
and
of
you don't want to
house.
like pull them out. You'll be like,
no,
is this
that'd be
bad?
terrible. Another fun idea is painting protective eye amulets.
Ooh.
Like
oh yeah, I didn't even get into
eye?
Like symbolism. That's another like whole section of things.
Oh, I know. That's a whole other. That could be a whole episode.
And salt.
On some
Sorry,
river
just
ruts.
tossing it out there. I forgot to say salt.
Oh yes, salt. Salt's a big one. Salt will come up in my spells.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you get some unpolished river rocks from like a creek or a park, I mean, respectfully take them from your environment. Create your sacred space and then paint eyes on the rock. It doesn't have to be the Eye of Horus. It can be, or the evil eye. It can just be eyes in general.
You could do
whatever you're called
eyes,
to,
or the Eye of Sauron.
Although
maybe
that.
Don't do
maybe
Sauron
not
on your
Sauron,
eyes.
but charge them, put energy into them for protection and guarding, and then let them dry and charge in the sun, and then you can place them around your home in your garden. It's a fun craft. It's a great thing to do with kids if you have children.
Another thing, very protected by a poo and a brain behind you on your desk that has.
Oh yes, googly eyes on everything.
Charge them to protect you.
It's my 2 powers: my brain and my poo.
Same. Oh, hard same. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
It's okay. And another idea was like you can make. This was a spell by James Combos. During the fall, it came out. Where if you like have a scarecrow decoration, but I think you can use this with any kind of seasonal decor, especially if you're in the witch closet, in the broom closet. Yeah. You can create a little poppet of protective herbs, like some of the herbs that Emily talked about. Some of the ideas he also had was garlic, black pepper, basil. Wrap it in a little square of fabric with some twine and attach it to your little toy, decor scarecrow. And, give it a job, charge the scarecrow, tell it that it's protecting your home, and, like, that'll be your little guard or knight. You can keep it up all fall. Or if you have, like, a little skeleton dude, you can make your own little kind of protective decor and like charge it with witchiness without people even knowing. And they're just like, oh, what a cute autumnal scarecrow.
100%. Garlic is a classic. Actually, that made me think that you could maybe like plant a garlic bulb on each of the four corners of your house.
Oh,
instead.
yeah.
That would be much less intrusive than an oak if it did grow, and also like
and then you get some garlic.
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about like satchels, witch bottles. So these are like spell jars, whatever you want to call them. They're all over Witch Talk. They're all over the internet. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. Here's one that's from Charlie Rainbow Wolf. This is from Llewellyn. They suggest using a glass like Christmas ornament container, which is perfect for the holidays, or you can use a glass jar with a lid or a plastic one. I got a bunch of little plastic jars from the Dollar Tree. I use those for my spell jars, whatever you're called to. A nice clear container with a lid that can be secure. They said fill it one at a time with ingredients like sea salt, old rusty nails, which I think is kind of leaning into some hoodoo. Black peppercorns, dried parsley. Those are just some suggestions, but again, you can take any of the ingredients that Emily listed. Add these ingredients one by one and say, this strengthens and protects me and all I hold dear. All I hold dear. This strengthens and protects me and all I hold dear. So the writer of this spell was saying how originally witches would bury these in their chimneys. Not everyone has a chimney. But what you can do is place them, if you do have a chimney, put it in your chimney, or under your stairs, in a crawl space, under a stoop. Bury it in the soil outside your home. The idea, though, is to put it somewhere
under
like
one of your doom piles, you know,
dark and dank, and then like you're not supposed to speak of it or revisit it again. If you move, you leave it and you make a new one. The idea is to not touch it, and just like let it protect you, let it be. And then, someone inevitably on Reddit will be like, I found this weird thing with nails in it. What is it?
Is this witchcraft?
Is this witchcraft?
Is this real citrine?
Another idea for a home protection pouch from the Grimoire for the Green Witch is to sew a small pouch with black cloth and red thread. Again, ideally, you don't have to have these items. And fill it with herbs such as agrimony. I don't know what that is because I did not research it as well as Emily.
Okay.
Clove, blackthorn, cauldron. Oh no, that's just your materials. Sorry. Well, you should have a cauldron, wand, a thame, pentacle, if that's what your practice calls for. But the herbs are agrimony, clove, and blackthorn. But again, I think you can use any of the ingredients that Emily mentioned.
Yeah, totally. There's like I said, like I feel like this is a sort of limited list where like the expansive version is like thinking through like what properties you want to bring into this specific spell, and like if you're looking for protection, looking for like things in nature that either like echo what you're aiming to do, or
absolutely. So for instance, like if you had these specific herbs that Anne wrote about in this grimoire, and this, by the way, is a published like personal grimoire, it's like her own. I went through and made like all these like bookmarks.
That's amazing.
Because it's literally anything. She breaks down the tarot, she breaks down runes, she breaks down, it's just her personal grimoire which she decided to publish, which is very kind of her. Anyway, so you place the herbs into the cauldron and you say agrimony to return negative energies to the sender, blackthorn to deflect negative energies away from me, clove to exorcise harmful energies from my presence. But if you were to use other herbs, you say something in kind like that. Stir the tip within a thame if that's how you practice, but you can just stir with whatever tool you wish. 3 herbs I call to work for me, harnessing negative energy, take and bind and send away harmful forces in my way. So then you stuff the herbs in the little pouch, sew it up, set it on a pentacle, wave wands over the pouch, touch the pouch, you're gonna charge it essentially. Again, follow your own practice. Earth and air, fire and water, emanations of the Lady and the Lord, I call upon thy grace and love to seal protection in this ward. And then with this particular pouch, you are going to carry it with you through the world. So you can put it in your pocket, in a purse, in a bag, in a briefcase. This is something you can carry around. You can, there's other ones that she's has in here for like your home or for a car protection spell or pop it. You can, hang it, put it in your glove box. So there's a lot of different ways that you can make your own little kind of protection pouches to carry with you.
Love that.
There's a lot more. So, but I wanted to talk about a couple bigger spells to speak about what we were talking about earlier with, so here's
I can't stop. 9/11.
Not 9/11. Here's a peace on earth spell. So if you want to do a protection spell for more than just you, for people outside of yourself, Emily and I have done these together. I think they're they feel very good, and it's always nice to put positive energy out into the world, right, for others who need it. So this is was also by James Cambos from Llewellyn. So you can start each day with these words of power and visualize carrying them with you all day. So you can actually charge yourself because, this writer is talking about how like peace starts, with you and keeping your center. Charge yourself each morning with these or similar words. And if you want to use some of the tools Emily mentioned again, go for it. There is one power. The power is perfect protection. I am a perfect manifestation of this power. I am perfect calm. I am perfect peace. And then you raise your power, your dominant hand, and turn clockwise in a circle. So you're creating like a stream of white light. Essentially, you visualize this radiating from your hand to kind of seal you in a shield of protective energy. So as you go through your day, you can remember these words, remember that white light. And I like to sometimes then grow that white light to around my house, around my neighborhood, around the earth, so you can extend that outwards towards those who need it. Another really wonderful spell is this was published during Pride by Raven Digitalis. As we know, trans people especially are under fire in this country. They're really facing a lot of really hateful discrimination and hate in general. But our LGBTQIA plus brethren, you need support. So I loved this spell and I wanted to mention it. So you can use the pride flag, which is a symbol of just celebration and pride and love. Ideally, the progress pride flag, which is the updated version, you can print it out or buy one, and then draw 2 large hearts on the flag, one upright and one inverted. They should be drawn on top of each other in order to create a double heart. And then call upon LGBTQIA plus ancestors in your own words, and then conclude by staring at the double heart for a number of minutes with outstretched hands towards the flag. Speak affirmations intended to spread loving protection to all queer folks in need. Raising your arms above you and then to your sides, take deep breaths. And then with each exhalation, see this light spreading to encircle the entire globe. Conclude with a big smile, kiss the flag, and then leave it in a random public spot for someone to find, which I thought that was very sweet. So, you don't have to do exactly these exact moments, but I think something where you are sending, again, love's deep energy of love and protection to a specific group, to a larger group of people is wonderful. And then this one was a prayer for peace, which was published on September 11th, but 2005, by Lily Gardner Butts. Never forget. So she writes, Lily Gardner Butts writes, historians have calculated that in the whole of human history, there have been only 29 years of global peace. The only way to achieve global peace is for each of us to practice peace individually. Light a black candle to remember the innocent people murdered on this day 4 years ago, and a blue candle for peace. So it is about 9/11. I'm sorry.
It was in your personal zeitgeist today.
But I also was drawn to it just because I think you don't have to do this for 9/11. You can just light a candle to remember any lives lost that you want.
Yeah, this could be applied to a lot of different.
There's unfortunately a lot of Yes, tragic loss. And a blue light a blue candle for peace. Burn some cedar incense for protection, or any of the incenses Emily mentioned, right? Wear or place a piece of malachite on your altar or any other stone to promote tranquility and deepen the spell. Center yourself and say, I am protected and safe. I am happy and content. I enjoy good health. My life unfolds smoothly. I realize my higher self. You can say the same mantra for your family and friends, and then say it for your adversaries and political figures that you disagree with or fear. You will feel the shift of energy immediately. And I love that Lily wrote that, because I know as one of my mental health meditation exercises that's very common, the meditation around love is to send, messages of love to someone you know and love. And then you send messages of love to someone who's just an acquaintance, someone maybe you met in passing. And then you send messages of love to someone you actually don't like. And that is so hard to do, but like, I think it is such a mindful practice to rise above. Sorry, it's even hard for me to say sometimes, right? But to send love to even those who we might hate or disagree with is a very loving practice to do. You can take that with what you will. If that's one last thing, if that's too much for you, put it on ice. We talked about this with our friend Rowan Rivers back in the day, but Charlene Wells from Llewellyn writes about this spell. It is good to, when we are threatened, it can be prudent to take active steps to ensure we are safe and secure. So you can use a picture of the person in question or their name written on a piece of paper. Place that picture or written name in an ice tray or a Ziploc bag, or sometimes I use a Tupperware container that I'm, willing to get rid of. Fill the container with water so it covers the picture or the name. Place it in the back of your freezer and then forget about it. This helps the person cool off and hopefully forget their vendetta. If necessary, follow up with the proper law enforcement or judicial procedures if you're dealing with this actual situation in your personal life. In addition to the spell for good magical hygiene, but putting people on ice, I don't believe is a hex. I think sometimes it's just nice to cool them off. Yeah. So if you don't want to send them love, you can always just put them on ice.
Yeah, and I think that's better than there's some binding spells and stuff end with you burning the picture or the name, which is more sort of aggressive in a way.
Yeah. I mean,
So if you wanted to say bind Donald Trump or something, you could maybe tie up a picture of him and put it in water and then put it in the back of your freezer.
Yes. Or, or buried at the crossroads. Just a suggestion, purely
just
entertainment.
As one one could possibly do.
Yeah. Yeah. Just daydreaming here, just a fantasy, purely.
Yeah, not saying we're going to do it at a specific time and date or anything, but if that's something you want, we could talk about it.
I'd be down. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So anyway, those are some protection spells. There's a lot more, of course. This just barely scratches the surface. And I'm also a big fan of just doing what feels right for you in your own practice. Emily gave you such a great list of so many different tools, which you don't have to even use, right? We've talked about with our past guests, the most powerful thing is you. But tools make it, can help transmute, can help be catalysts. I love a good witchy tool. So do what you will and feel protected and protect others.
Yeah. Love that. Kate, those were great. Those were all very great.
Thanks. You did a great job too.
You did a great job sharing a wide range of options, I feel for the different kinds of things one might want to protect or do or create in the world.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you
of course
for your time and energy.
Thank you for being such a good friend and creative partner.
Get out of here.
Do you want to draw a card?
Yes, let's.
Since we're such experts now.
Druid Tarot deck here. And yeah, now that we've just said that we're such experts, this one, I was saying to Kate before we started recording, has a few cards with different names. So I might have to figure out what card we're looking at if it's not immediately clear, but also like maybe it will be. Maybe all will be clear right away.
Yes. I have to say that I agree with you. I definitely was battling with my imposter syndrome and then realizing like, oh, wow, you and I both have studied this for well over 15 years.
Yeah.
We do know
and like,
way more than we
for
think.
5 years. We've been drawing a card
every
episode for 5 years.
And like, we had episodes that broke down each suit. We went through the major arcana like twice. Like, we know this shit. Many
interesting tarot readers who are more experienced or as experienced about like their interpretations. We have heard so many possible interpretations of so many of these cards. Yeah, it would be insane for us not to know how to read tarot at this point.
I think you know, you and I are just also both very like good student type people.
Yeah. It's like I feel like I expected to like someday get an A or like you know get like the like you've done it, now you're allowed to read tarot.
A diploma in tarot.
I think I just have to choose that.
Yes. Yeah, like you said, take the training wheels off and be like, get shoved into the deep end, and you're like, oh yeah, I can ride a bike in this pool.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like riding a bike in the pool. Okay, I got the Queen of Pentacles.
Ooh, nice.
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
So we'll put a picture of this on the Instagram, but in this particular
I love that depiction of her.
Yeah, she's pretty rad. It's like a lady on a pentacle throne, and there's like a hair in the background, like a rabbit hair, not like her hair. And she's playing a bodhran, which is like an Irish drum, and she's using a bone to play it.
That's so cool. And her one foot is on like a stone, it looks like, and the other foot is on the earth, which is really interesting. I love that symbolism. All right,
so Queen of Pentacles. What do we think? I mean, obviously, okay, personal growth, fertility sometimes, generally like the growing and management of like, could be wealth, could be career, could be like earthly things, and also like the power behind like earthly things. So again, like fertility, nurturing, can be kind of a mother card. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What are your...
I like abundance. I like, sometimes I think of her as like the working parent, like the provider. Differently than the King of Pentacles, though. She's like a single mom who works 2 jobs.
You know? I was gonna start singing that too.
But you know, she's a provider. You know, she's
truly the Reba of the deck.
Yeah, truly Reba. Yes, very much the Reba. I feel like this is a great energy to channel. I think this is a great energy to embrace.
Yeah, she's like in her power. She's like abundant. Right. She's like in charge, you know.
I like that she's on stone and earth, because that, in your specific card here, to me that signifies that she's both grounded but also in touch with nature, which to me, nature in cards I've noticed really tends to refer to spirituality and you know, mysticism and like more of the like quote unquote softer, you know, realms versus like more of the material realism, like harder realms of which Pentacles really lives in quite a lot of. So I love that she's both straddling like rock and earth, you know, like I think that's totally a very grounded place to be.
Yeah, it's a very like natural looking scene. And
and she's creative too, because she's playing an instrument, so there's definitely like a fertility of creativity as well as the hair, which signifies like fertility in general. Good action.
Action.
Very nice. We could definitely use, and you know, quick aside, I've been seeing that sun card pop up so much since
I saw it a
Aaliyah's
bunch before
episode.
the election. I've seen it a little bit since the election.
I have hope.
I have hope, and I've also been reading it as like everything is illuminated now. You know, like even when it's like too bright to look at the sun and like it kind of burns, like the sun is still like, you know, ultimately it's a good thing because like here's everything in the sun, you know?
Damn, that's a really good interpretation. I like that, because I've been racking my brain of like, what does it mean? What does it mean?
Yeah, well, I kept getting it, so I went and I like read every possible iteration I could find of what it might mean. And that really stuck with me, where I was like, oh, it's not just like the sun is so bright, we're all happy and celebrating and joy. It's also like the sun is so bright, you know?
Yeah. Wow. Does it have also like, in your research, have you also, for some reason, like maybe this is just my ADHD stimming, but I started thinking of it's a new dawn, it's a new day, like it's a new life. Is that also like maybe is it like a collective awakening, like a new dawn of a new era?
I would say enlightenment is like sort of the vibe. Like it's I haven't necessarily seen a new dawn, but I would buy it, you know, but like definitely like everything coming, like if the moon is things still in shadow and like illusion, the sun is the opposite. The sun is things no longer in shadow.
Yeah.
And like
I love that interpretation, because it's not, we assign, right, to get a little Buddhist, we assign value to things of being good or bad, but things just are, right? Yeah. So I love that we think the sun automatically is, ooh, happy days, but it's just illuminated. It's just for all of us to see, which has absolutely happened.
Yeah.
And will continue to happen, I think.
Yeah,
for a while.
Totally. Yeah, and the light is upon us, whether we want it or not.
Yes, exactly. It can be painful. It can be very painful.
Yeah, just like the sun. Sun can burn. Sun can hurt your eyes.
It's necessary for growth, right?
It is necessary.
You need the sun. Wow.
And
deep shit.
My friend, is an episode of Witchcraft Podcast.
Wow. Thank you if you're still listening, thank you so much for listening this long and staying with us.
Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you, and
we love you so much.
We love you so much. Are we allowed to say I love you at the end of every episode? I feel like we kind of do.
I just automatically went into that because, well, it's true, honestly. You listening, you're great. Thank you. And appreciate you.
Yeah. Probably been a tough couple weeks, assuming if you are this far into an episode of Witchcast Podcast that you are probably on the same page as us here. And if not, I mean, wow, thank you for having such an open mind. But we're with you. We're working things out as best we can.
Yeah. We're going to keep posting more video clips and content on our Instagram, so please give us a follow at Witchcast Podcast on Insta. Also, we just joined Blue Sky.
Yeah, if you love to share your thoughts in roughly 140 characters or is it 280? I don't even know. I think it's like,
I don't know. I think it's
could be
more.
1,000. Who's to say? Maybe it's a blog site.
We just joined. It's brand new. If you haven't heard, Blue Sky's the new Twitter/X. Everyone's moving over to it because it's not owned
I'm still on Threads. I don't even care.
You know who.
There's just so many people on there.
I know. Well,
but I know it's owned by Meta.
It's growing. It's all growing. Anyway, if we're the same, we're Witchcast Podcast over on Blue Sky. If you're on Blue Sky, come say hi, and you can find all of our links and more info, the witchy resources, all on our website at witchcastpodcast.com. And yeah, if you like us, I love it. I love it. Very 90s hype DJ. If you love us back, give us a little 5-star review and a little rating, like a little 5-star rating and a review. That would be great. That would be an amazing Yule gift for us.
The Yule we all deserve. You'll love it. So much. But leave that review and shoot us an email anytime.
Oh yeah, email us
at gmail.com if you want. We're available for tarot events, apparently.
Yes.
You're in the tri-state area.
Yeah. Let us know.
And until next time...
Hex yeah!
'Cause it's Witchcast.
Now let's talk about 9/11, am I right?